Hello, welcome to a D&D podcast. That's crazy. This one's going to be so good, I swear. My name is Keith King Spoon. I am going to be the DM of this D&D game. I originally made the world as a sort of just home game that I did a while back now. And with this one, I was like, why not record it? It'll be fun. It'll be nice. It'll be good. And I'm going to be recording it with my three good pals, who may now introduce themselves and their characters if they feel so inclined.
I will go first. I am Left Click. I can also just be called Nick. I have my own YouTube channel where I do video game things, but here I am playing Bresh Don Vayel. I am a human nature cleric who lives in a far-off southern country called Gaelish, with highlands and clans that live together. And I love me family, and I love protecting them, and I serve the Dagda, a god of bounty and agriculture. And so I left my home as our people are in a kind of tough spot right now diplomatically. So I left to try and get some allies for my clan and all the people who are part of the Free Peoples of Gaelish.
I'll go next.
Oh.
Yeah, Calvin, you don't go. Get to go.
Yeah.
I'm 5e778, aka Aiden. I'm going to be playing Horus, a funny little warlock guy that has some very strong beliefs.
All right, you can go, Calvin.
All right. What's up, gamers? My name is Calvin, IRL. No lies. I'm gonna be playing Charles Chung.
Wait, can you repeat the name of your character one more time?
Yeah, go ahead.
Charles Chungus. Now, yeah, you'll probably figure out why his last name is Chungus later. I swear he's not thick. But, like I said, my name's Calvin, but I'm a man of many names. I'm called Codbot1, Cop.
Stop.
Can we just get to the part where we talk about your race and class? Because I don't like where this is going.
My character. Oh yeah, that thing. They're a tiefling. They're royal, and now that's the boring stuff, right? So he is like, a dexterous fighter. He has a rapier, and I think you'll all grow to hate him.
Wonderfully said, Cal.
So where do we find ourselves, Keith?
Under the cover of darkness. You have all assembled under the word of this strange dark elf man who has said to you that he knows of an artifact. It was said that this artifact would be in a warehouse by the docks being shipped off to Sane Malos by daylight. And if you were going to get it, you would have to get it now. However, you may have come together, you do agree, and you have decided to sneak into the warehouse that has the artifact in it. Luckily, this succeeded. You got in without really relatively any hassle, and now you are standing over a box that radiates a threatening energy as a match is struck, and you can just barely see each other's faces standing over this large box.
All right. I'm just gonna give just a brief description because
you can describe face, but the rest of the body would be hidden.
Okay, sure. Oh god, my pen just broke. My character has a somewhat round face. You can see somewhat large cheeks, but these cheeks are obscured by a dirty blonde beard. He has bright green eyes, and his hair is about shoulder length, but it's held back by what seems like a woven headband. made of simple cloth that's woven together, not anything super fancy or decorative. And I have feather earrings on each of my ears, 2 or 3 feathers per ear that are very colorful and bright, just like the orange handkerchief that I wear around my neck. Um, it is primarily orange, but there are white embroidery around the edges that seem to be like wheat or grass or some plant-like things like that. And who is currently holding the match at the moment?
I would say it'd probably be you if you want.
Sure. All right. So I'm just holding the match as part of my tinderbox, looking around at the 2 faces before me.
Being careful not to set your beard on fire.
Or your scarf.
Well, mainly
Or
I'm more
Charles.
worried about my scarf than anything else.
Charles, go ahead and describe yourself. Just the face.
All right. So you see this guy, and he
Ooh.
has dark blue skin, pointy ears, short black hair that seems to slick back almost. But you're like, would it be all around his head? No, because he's got 2 massive tumors. I mean, horns that swirl a little bit on the sides of his head, and they get darker as it goes on. But maybe because the shadow, maybe because the actual color. I'm not sure. But he's got. Hold on. Okay, so he's got a short box beard, very dark, and he's got a little like a handle over his lip as a very thin mustache. Because it goes down to his beard.
Mhm.
You feel a slight temptation to grab it and try and pull it off, and see if you can lift with it.
I can tell you that I do not.
Why?
Yeah.
Yes.
Also, how
range.
tall are you? Because I'm standing around 5'8", so I'm not super tall.
Let me check. I
Uh,
forgot.
Of this time period, Bresh, you would be taller than the average human, but you'd be around the same height for your people. So,
Yeah.
like, the average human being would be shorter than you, but
Yeah,
Okay,
but for a man of Gaelish, of Scotty ancestry, I'm quite thick, as the ladies say.
do the
Got
ladies?
them thickies.
awesome. Anyway, my character is 5'6".
Okay, gotcha. I'm a little bit taller. Let's go.
So now we can move to Horace, if you would like to describe your character under your dark elf disguise.
My character has shortish, kind of shaggy white hair, or like more like silver white. They have a what is it called? One of those mustaches, I mean, like that you want to twirl with your finger.
Handlebar mustache.
No,
Waluigi
you
mustache.
want to like Waluigi mustache, like
Waluigi mustache.
yeah, like you just want to like twirl and go.
Very,
Okay,
very
yeah,
big
yeah.
mustache.
Is it like
Evil
is
stash.
it like a silver mustache that matches your hair?
Yeah, that would make more sense, wouldn't it? Considering Waluigi.
What are you, old?
Old Waluigi.
No, yeah, it matches the hair. They have dark skin, long pointy ears, like an elf, but not because they're dark elf.
I mean, go ahead.
They kind of not rough features, but there's no scarring or anything. They just very chiseled face. Not like Waluigi. Not
Ooh.
like Waluigi. Can't be that great of a face compared to Waluigi. But scratching the edges.
All right.
All right, so
Oh, and
my bad.
they're 6'7".
6'7". Holy crap! I'm looking
Yeah.
up at this colossal silver-haired creature in front of me.
He's rather thin, but
I see.
yeah, that's irrelevant. So
Yeah.
you are currently standing
Except
over a
it's double.
small box on top of
Okay.
a much larger one. It is rectangular in shape, being about maybe, I'd say maybe 3 feet long and like 2 feet wide. It's quite a large. It's about like half a foot deep.
What's it made of?
It is made of a very fancy looking wood. Um, well, not it. It's made of very fancy wood. That's what you see from it for now.
Hmm.
And
Is it
as
like
you all get
carved or
closer,
anything, or is it just nice quality?
it looks to be carved as well. It seems to
Hmm.
be just a very good looking case.
All right.
So, what is, before I do anything further, what is all of your alignments?
I believe mine is.
I am neutral good.
Hmm.
Mine is true
Oh,
neutral.
oh. Mine is chaotic good.
Okay. I need Charles and Bresh to both roll a Constitution saving throw. Charles, you have advantage.
Holy crap!
Yeah.
That's a 12.
Apologies.
You should have swapped him. I would have gotten
I'm
20.
sorry. I didn't get it twice.
That's fine. Both of you succeed.
Oh.
As when you get close to the box, it fills you with a sense of unease and near nausea. But both of you are able to just sort of shake it off. It's probably just the night. I'll also mention, if you want to look at the map, you guys came in a door near the north bit of the warehouse, but you also know of a larger open entrance on the eastern side. As you're standing over this box, this is what was described to you by this tall dark elf man as the case that held the artifact. It is a deep dark brown wood, very beautifully carved and shaped to almost look like a weapon case.
Does
Well,
it have any initials or any symbols on
All
it?
right, this is the part where he like gets out a weapon and then looks at it and then betrays us. Right?
okay, hold on.
If you want to look for any initials or anything like that, you can ask Bresh to move the light closer and roll an investigation check if you would like to.
Right.
Well,
Hey,
actually, I
Bresh.
have a couple torches in my backpack. I can whip one of those out. Here, take the
The
match.
reason that you had the match was because you know that there are people in the warehouse right now
Oh.
staffing it, and you're trying to sneak.
Oh, okay, so
If
I'm
you
trying
don't
to be
want to
sneaky.
torch, you
All right,
could,
cool.
but if you
All right.
guys don't want to have to fight your way out of this, essentially.
All right. I'll move the match a little bit closer to the box
Yeah,
because
you
as
innately don't want to get too close to it though, as it fills you with a sort of sense
I
of
do have
queasiness.
stupid
Oh.
human eyes, so maybe Horace, would you like the match? You can get as close to it as you want. I'm gonna stand behind these barrels here, away from the spooky box, the spook box.
You, as you are talking, you hear a noise behind you that sounds like a door opening.
Oh. Uh-oh.
As you can hear some footsteps, and you see a torch is lit as you can peer around. Whoops. And you can see a human walk through the door, a bit on the shorter end and covered in dark clothing with a dagger at his waist. As he's looking around, he's like, yeah.
Bro, why is their name red? Do, 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 do,
Oh my
do.
god,
Shut up.
Calvin.
You can see he appears to be searching by the looks of it, as you heard a small bit of talking, and he yells back, "I'll look around. Just I don't think there's anyone in here, and I'm gonna need a stealth check from the party.
I
Group
will.
stealth is done differently.
May I
Wait.
also?
Little does he
Is-
know.
oh.
There is someone.
Group stealth is done differently.
Okay.
I do group stealth differently at least. Everyone is going to roll, and we're going to take a leader, whoever is leading the stealth. They are going to roll, and the bonuses and negatives of the party will be applied.
Cool. I have disadvantage because I'm wearing chunky chainmail.
Then whoever leads would have disadvantage.
Okay. Now also,
Wait, hold on a second.
Could I say as
Actually,
part
actually,
of the stealth, can I like lick my fingers and then out the match?
Yeah, totally. It's a super small match. You don't even have to lick it. You can just like flick it a couple times and it's gone.
Oh, okay, cool. But anyway,
Not
yeah, I have
super bad.
disadvantage. What about the rest of you?
Okay.
I don't.
Do I have to? Okay, so could I potentially slam the door with my cantrip with any effect? I
What
can
is
slam
your
the door closed.
cantrip?
It is a
Okay.
cantrip.
If you slam the door, it will be loud.
Yes. It will distract him. Maybe.
So, are we doing stealth check then door slamming, or like what's the?
If
What's the
if
order here?
you can't stealth, if Charles is not stealthing, then the stealth check would not be made.
Could I stealth and do the cantrip?
No.
Ah.
What cantrip is that?
Thaumaturgy. He has thaumaturgy.
I see.
It can open or close unlocked doors. It can slam them, actually.
And he's gonna be.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
You could
Perfect
probably
though
normally
for a
close
prick.
it without slamming it. You could just close it normally.
Oh, I can.
Yeah, and he would
But I want.
leave it just slightly ajar behind him as he walks.
Oh, I just wanted to like make some noise.
Okay, yeah, I mean you can close it and he'll be like, "What?"
Yeah. I'll do that.
All right, you do that, and
Oh
then
my
we'll. So
God.
who is leading the stealth?
I'll lead it since I have the
Alright.
best stealth.
So Horace, you go ahead and roll at disadvantage.
Right.
And do you have a
Okay.
negative to stealth as well, Brez
Uh,
or Bresh?
Oh wow.
For
That was
me,
pretty good.
in terms of modifier,
Yeah.
no, I just have like a 0. I don't have anything particular. I
Okay.
just am +0 to
Charles,
stealth,
what-
and I have disadvantage because I'm wearing an entire chainmail halberd.
Yeah.
yeah,
Charles,
you know.
what is your stealth
Be a
bonus?
bit loud. What?
Charles, what is your stealth bonus?
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me
That's
go look. I was looking at the spell, looking at all the things I can do.
Thaumaturgy is a funny cantrip.
How hard you can slam a door?
I love this. Frame 1, immediately use my cantrip. Alright, I have a +3.
You have a +3. Okay, so that would be a 19 versus passive
Oh, I didn't mean
perception.
to do that. That's the
Charles
wrong
has a
thing to do.
+3 in stealth. That's so sneaky.
A +3?
Um,
Oh, I have only a plus.
okay. So
What is it?
Okay, here we
Oh.
go.
That's not the spell I have.
you all immediately get down and drop to the floor. Horace immediately sort of slinks behind the large box. Charles drops to his knee, and Bresh, you're a bit too distracted. You flick the match out and then duck down, but you duck a little bit quicker than you should, and the chainmail.
I
as
just
the thief
sit
looks
on
over
the
your direction.
floor, just like.
Well, no, I mean you didn't like. You actually you're trying to stealth, but it wasn't like you failed. You're
good.
trying, but it made some noise.
I see what you mean.
So he's gonna be like, "Oh wait, what's going on?" And as the torch fully enters the room, it's gonna light up a bit more of it.
Okay.
As he's gonna look over in your direction.
All right.
No, why did the door work?
Okay. Here's
The
the
door's
thing.
closed, but he's already in the room.
How loud do verbal components of spells have to be?
They can be a whisper.
Okay. I am going to whisper a
Oh
quick.
goddamn! Why do I keep pressing that?
I'm going to whisper a
Okay.
quick prayer to the Dagda to
Mhm.
ask him to empower some pebbles with the ability to swiftly down my quarry, I guess. He's just to return people to the earth. And so I'm going to cast Magic Stone, which is a
So you pull out
Yeah.
three little rocks out of your rock pouch.
I pulled 3 little
and
rocks.
you let out a small whisper to them as you can feel it begin to vibrate with a magical energy.
All right, I'm going to hold on to 1 rock. I am going to give 1 to Horace and 1 to Charles. And
You now have a +5 ranged attack that deals 1d6
Yes.
plus 3 damage.
I can
Are we gonna
I can
stone this guy?
basically cast the stone again, I can cast a spell again to do your attack rolls for you, essentially.
Yeah.
And the damage
Holy
is my
fuck.
spellcasting ability, so it's basically you can make a ranged attack with these rocks, either with a sling
I
or
would
just
also
by
say
throwing
because
them.
they're rocks, they could be non-lethal if you wanted to.
Sure.
Oh my god, we're gonna
And
stone this guy.
they will do magic damage based on my personal like spellcasting stuff. So
Okay.
I give each of you a pebble, and I'm going to, with my hands, I'm assuming you all can see because I fucking can't. So I'm just gonna assume you can see my hand. It just
I
has a
can.
simple leather glove with cloth wrappings around the forearm. I'm gonna hold up 3 fingers, then 2, then 1, and then I'm gonna throw
Yeah,
my rock.
you can all see him, by the way. Like the torch is illuminating the room brightly. So if you guys want to make a magic stone attack, you can choose to do so as a surprise round.
Yep.
Can I cast silent image? Or not silent image?
You-
What? No. Actually, hold on.
Oh boy.
How big is minor illusion again? I have an idea.
All right. Well, are you guys gonna make a rock? Are you gonna throw a rock at the guy or not?
Yeah. I'll
Oh
say
wow.
That's a
Unfortunately.
12.
So the first attack would be presumably yours, Bresh, and that would be an
Yes,
11.
that is mine. I am
Um,
going to put them in my. I'm going to just hold it in my hand and just huck it.
All right. So Charles, are you gonna make one as well? Are you gonna make one?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
All right, you're gonna throw it at him. That'll be the 12. Horace, are you gonna throw yours?
Yeah, I'll throw mine.
All right.
3 rocks go careening. All right, so it's going to be a 12 for me, a 15 for Horace, and a 17 for Charles.
This
All right.
poor guy.
So,
Damn.
the
you fucked
3
him up.
stones pelt the man, and before he can let out like a cry or anything, you just hear, and he falls to the ground.
Which one does he die to?
As
Which one
the-
does he die to?
Who got
As
final hit?
the last one.
Let's
No!
go! Charles.
As the torch falls to the ground with a small clank. But it was actually rather quiet, considering that he doesn't have very much metal on him. It was just cloth.
Dang it.
I'm
I
going
can't
to
brag about it.
I am going to raise my gloved hand and offer high fives.
So the torch is
yeah,
on the
I'm
ground, right? Can I run over there and pick it up before it starts burning the ground? Like burn down the place?
The wood on the floor is treated, so it would be very hard to burn it, but just
Okay.
for the safety of it, yes, you can.
Thank you. So while Horace is running over there, may I extend a high five to the remaining guy next to me who did not scoff at my high five?
Does Charles
I
know
need
what
to
high five
Oh,
is?
yeah. I'm giving him a high five.
All right, you
Let's
give him
go.
a high five.
Short bros.
And it was
Ever.
it was quiet because of the gloves that you guys
Okay.
have on.
Right.
Can I loot him? He steals money and shit.
I mean, you can search his body.
What would that be? Would that just be
Yeah.
a free thing? Just
Can I search his body?
If you want to like thoroughly search him, I can say go ahead and roll an investigation.
All right. I'm used to the other one. I keep looking to the right. It's over here.
But I mean, you could also maybe do perception. It's
Yeah, it's just a quick search. I just want to do like see if I can pick anything.
Yeah, if you want to like look over, see it, like just what he has on surface level, just go ahead and roll perception.
Oh, that's in the PP section.
Unfortunate that a
there it is.
cleric would do such a thing.
Ooh!
whoa! That's a nat
Yeah,
20!
no. First nat 20 with perception.
Let's
So,
go.
As on him, he is currently wearing leather armor. And he has 2 daggers on his hip and a short bow across his back with 15 arrows on it. Actually, let me see. 53 arrows in his quiver, but it just looks like a big clump of arrows to you.
Can I take his daggers?
And I would say he has 6 silver pieces on him in a small pouch.
Right. I don't know. Do I have storage for a short bow? Do I already have one actually?
I don't know
Oh,
if
I
you can
don't.
use a short bow.
I
I don't think
can
you can use
actually.
full range weapons. Yeah, I don't think you can.
Short bow is a
Can I
simple
take
weapon.
Oh wait, I can then.
You could. Yeah, you could.
All right, I'm gonna take a short bow, arrows, and daggers, and money.
Okay.
Especially the daggers. Now I have 6.
What are you two doing while Horace? Are you just like looting all shit in front of the door? You put out the torch, right?
Yeah.
All right.
And the door's closed, I believe, right?
The door is closed.
Yeah, so
We just heard an evolution. We went from match to torch.
There you go.
We evolve.
All
All
right.
right. So what are you two doing?
Well, I'm going to get away from this box so we can secure the area a little bit. And even though I might be the one to end up carrying it due to my size, horizontal size, not necessarily vertical size, I think that it may be best for
Badass.
us to move the stiff so that if someone opens the door, they don't end up getting a corpse door stop. Here, let's get behind these barrels by the box. Let me help. And
Yeah.
I am going to scoot over to the torchlight and get a better look at the freaking colossal tall creature that is piddling through the corpse's stuff.
He is. He's currently sort of unhooking the dagger sheaths off of him and then sticking it onto his belt, which you can see already has 4 daggers on it. And he's strapping on more.
So many daggers.
Charles, as Bresh leaves around the box behind you and you lose sight of him, roll a wisdom saving throw for me.
Oh yeah. About
What is it?
Hold on. After this, I need to take my dog again.
All right. Okay.
All right. Tell me how I like die after I get back.
Oh god.
I will
Alright.
begin to take a
And
short
so
break.
we wait.
Do you say like take his dog out? Like is he walking him?
He's
or-
not gonna assassinate his dog, Aiden.
No. I'm talking about. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm just.
We're back. So, Calvin, Charles, as Bresh walks out of your view, you're like, yeah, no, it makes sense. We need to move the body, all this stuff. Maybe loot a couple boxes while we're here. Your mind is pulled. Whatever thoughts you had the moments before were entirely emptied and replaced.
No, I forgot about the silver that Aiden grabbed.
And you want to open the box.
Oh dang! I want to open it.
You do.
What do I know about the box?
You know it's a box, and you see a crease where you can put your fingers to open it.
Maynard.
Let me check my intelligence really fast.
You know there's something in the box, an artifact, something powerful.
Let me check my intelligence.
Or this dark elf man told you.
12. 12. I'm like really arrogant.
You want to open the box. It's as simple as that. I mean, why not? There's no harm in checking.
Good.
You know, I'm not gonna take anything.
Yeah, you just want to open the box.
Yeah. Let me just look at what it's inside, see what it looks like.
All right. You scooch a little bit closer and put your fingers into it and just sort of.
We're like Pandora's box and shit, and it's just
and inside, you see very beautifully lined on the inside of the box is some very, very soft red sort of velvet looking cloth. And inside of it lay a mace.
Uh-oh.
Black,
What does it look like?
sort of a dark grayish steel with red highlights on the interior. It's a flanged mace, so it has the head, but the head is actually just multiple blades, sort of in a circular setting, all coming out. The insides are red. It is adorned at the very top with a very bright, beautiful ruby. Right under the head is a small band of metal with some symbols on it that you can't read, but recognize. The hilt of this normal-sized mace is, again, that same darkish gray steel, with the pommel being somewhat well adorned, and the bottom being a long, curling horn that looks to be that of a tiefling. The tip getting slightly more red, as I will show it to everyone.
Uh-oh.
Oh, a horn pick? Horn pick?
Don't say horn pick.
That's not accurate. I will
It's a
post it in the
mace.
chat since I cannot.
Very menacing. Just send it to Discord. I'll put it in.
All right, cool. Copy image, and paste. All right, there you go.
Whoa.
It is extremely beautiful and ornate. And Charles, you immediately recognize it. But instead of feeling fear, you feel that same calling, the draw to grab it, to grip the handle firmly in your hands and take life.
Rope even.
You say that
And because
he
you
has
failed
an
the wisdom
urge
save,
to firmly grasp it.
because you failed the wisdom save, you do so. You grab the mace
Who's
as soon
there?
as you see it. You open it up. I'm just going to look. There's no harm in looking. You see it, take maybe a second or two to recognize it, and then immediately grab the mace. Pulling it out of its box, it feels right in your hand. Despite the slight nauseating feeling you felt before, it seems to fade as you hold it and you feel it calling to you.
Okay. Charles going to be sweating his neck off right now.
You are both afraid of it and also desperately wanting to use it. Again, I know that Charles has his experience with it, but because you failed the wisdom save, you will not get rid of this. It has bound itself to you mentally,
That's so cringe.
at least for, a little while. It'll wear off soon.
Smile.
You know,
All right.
there are also people in this building, and this mace, you really want to kill something with it.
Doom guy.
Just
Charles
remember,
becomes the
don't kill
next-
your bros.
Yeah.
I
Where you
mean,
got
Finish your
Dragon's
bros.
body?
I think that distinction might be lost on him, but we don't know that because I am here just watching you loot this guy, Horace.
Adding
Where you
more daggers to my collection.
Where
And
you got
meanwhile,
Dragon's body?
I'm like, well, first off, I actually want to check for a pulse just in case. Would that be like a medicine check?
Wait, hold on.
Oh, wait, hold on. Charles, what is it?
Go ahead.
Pause.
Pause,
I
yeah.
think we need to go out again. Sorry.
Oh my god, this guy.
Oh my god.
This guy.
Why doesn't he just get his dog knocked?
It's fine.
He-
He doesn't need to be here for this part. What are you guys doing with the body?
Here.
What am I doing to the body? You know what I'm
Well,
doing.
Well,
doing?
I wanted to check for a pulse just to see if
Right.
we may have killed this man by caving his skull in.
You can go ahead and roll a medicine check.
Sure. 17.
Super low DC, super easy. Put your fingers near the neck, do a little L shape from the collarbone, and yeah, there's a pulse. He's alive.
Oh, thank the doctor. All right. He's still alive for the moment, but I think we should probably make it so that he doesn't exactly remember what happened. So, I have an idea.
Oh, why don't we just kill him?
No, what? Listen.
What?
He may just be, doing his job, getting paid to make sure he can, feed his family. You don't know his life. Come on. Let's
Well,
make
a
we're
sure.
also
letter
doing
falls
our
out of his
job.
pocket. Good job burning down that orphanage.
Wait, but we just had to do
that'll really protect our investments. No.
Listen, all we need to do. Listen, we have. You don't know this man's life. You might as well just, move him over by those, like, barrels there. Get, like, a heavy
Oh.
piece of wood on his lap to make him think, oh, this piece of wood fell on my head. Oh, no, what happened? You know what I mean, eh?
Actually, I mean, all right. If yeah, what do you say, man? Here, help me. I'm gonna drag him over there.
All right, I'm just gonna grab
This
the
is
By the way, is it
apologize.
a male or female form underneath the dark clothing?
It's kind of hard to tell.
Okay,
The leather armor is not exactly very form-fitting.
I take
And they
the
have a mask,
ambiguously
so I
gendered
apologize.
person by their the back of whatever, if they're wearing like a hood or something, like sort of like the back of their neck almost, and just drag them.
All
You
right,
just
I'll have to
grab
stop you
him on
here,
the
though.
neck and drag him around.
I'll have to stop you here though before we move on.
Sure. All right. Yeah, I'm just gonna drag him.
Also,
I'm aware.
while I was rifling through their pockets, is there any form of identification that I found?
No, not at all.
Driver's license. Oh yeah, it's like
He's
it's
got
a
his-
driver's license,
yeah,
but for
he's got-
driving like a
he's got his-
horse-drawn cart.
He's got his Wagoner's license in his pocket. His name is
Wagoner's
Joe Mama.
license.
Oh, Joe?
Wait,
Mama?
hold
I'm
on.
sorry, Mr. Mama.
Do I have a wagon? Wait, I have a Wagoner's license. I'm proficient in land vehicles.
Do I?
You
I
do
don't
not have
Wagoner's
a
license.
Wagoner's license. That is not a thing in my fucking D&D game. There's no Wagoner's license.
Why?
Come on.
Wagoneers. All right, how about a Wagoneers? Why-
Maybe I
No,
just-
no, there's no wagon license. There's no license.
Oh my god.
This is fucking Britain.
How
There's
about,
a DWV, a Department of Wagon Vehicles.
how about wagoning? Do you have your wagoning?
No,
license?
no. If
Okay,
you own a wagon,
wagoning
you
now
can
is
drive it.
yeah. Wagoning just sounds like it sounds like a term that's used for like taking drugs or something. Like, yo, about to go wagoning.
Yeah, like meet us around the library. We're gonna go wagoning.
Yeah,
That sort of thing.
I don't know. Come on.
wagoning at the
Well,
library with your
well, it
boys. You know.
Wagon one out with the boys?
Okay, I'm gonna stop you right there.
I'll have to put a hold on that one. As you grab them by the shoulders, the cloth of the cloak on their shoulders, you hear from the outside, you hear, Gerald, are you coming back out?
Did
No,
I hear the man's voice? Didn't
As
he say something like he'll go? Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
he said, I'll go check. I don't think there's anyone in here though.
Yeah.
As you can hear footsteps and see a light approaching under the door.
Can I
Do I know
mimic
that?
his voice and call out?
With a good enough deception check, you could.
I mean, using my racial abilities.
What? What?
Oh,
That's so cool.
You would have to fully
talk.
do it.
Yeah, I get what you're talking about. Yeah.
That's a 19 for deception.
The
Pretty good.
19. You call back out, somewhat well aware of how to accept new forms and come up with different voices on the fly. You call back out and go ahead and say whatever you're going to say. And as close to the tiny bit of the voice that you heard me do as you can get.
Yeah. They're still checking out. Looks like no one's in here. That's voice.
All right. You sure you're good in there? Sound like I
Yeah.
heard something fall.
Yeah, I just knocked over one of the boxes. Got spooked.
All right, just make sure it was nothing expensive. The boss wouldn't be happy.
Yeah, I don't want it coming out of my paycheck. Wait.
All right.
I'm so involved with the role.
Turns
play.
out they don't have paychecks and they're slaves.
You
Uh-oh.
hear the footsteps and the light receding now. It seems like you did good enough.
I do a little cough and then I continue dragging the body.
I have been standing there just holding the body like
Fucking
sphincter
deer the
clenched.
headlights. You just walked
Just
up.
okay. I finish dragging the body as soon as possible, just freaking slump it against the barrels. I try and find like maybe a heavy barrel or something, or maybe like a small crate, just to like put maybe by their hand and like try and position it so it's like, oh, I got bumped in the head. What happened?
All right.
know?
Go ahead and roll a performance check for me.
Sick.
See if you
Alright.
can make it look like they got knocked out on their own volition.
Uh-oh. That's 15.
All right.
Can I-
15, that's good. That's pretty good. Yeah, no, I mean you set it up. You make it to where their hands you punch their hand a couple times to make it a little bruised.
Yeah, there you go.
all that sort of shit. You align the wood where it looks like it hit their head. Maybe bonk that a little bit too. Hit it with the back of your mace so it looks like they got like a
Yeah.
bruise there.
I
It's
can
like-
like, you know how people pistol whip people by taking the handle and just bonking them?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what I'll do with the
Can
mace.
Can I get a box and like the box and kind of hit his head with it a little?
You can if you want, but you would
Because,
probably
like-
you would probably mess up Bresh's.
I said, Brush. Hey, Brush, we should hit his head a little so there's swelling.
I think we did that with the 3 rocks that we shoved into his head. Alright.
A rock did probably hit him in the cheek or something, and there's
Yeah,
something.
but if a box falls from the above, it wouldn't really hit his cheek. Wouldn't really make sense.
Listen, it's enough. All you do is just get time to get the box and get out of here. Speaking of, where's Charles? Is he back in the box?
Charles? Oh, Charles. Yeah.
Let's go get him, aye?
All right.
Charles, what are you doing with the mace?
Chink, chink, chink,
Uh,
chink, chink.
Nothing.
Are you just holding it?
I'm just holding it and looking at it nervously.
You're just staring at it. As you round the corner, the look on his face is one of very mixed emotions. He's staring down at a very beautiful, ornate artifact, of which I posted if you guys want to look at it. And it's what I described previously. He's holding the head very lightly in one hand and another hand on the handle. As he's looking at it, eyes wide, a bit of concern and a quivering lip, but he has a very firm grasp on it. You can see the sort of dark blue hues around his knuckles are lightened a bit to be a lighter blue of sorts. And he just looks he's just staring at it.
Oh, that looks fancy. What is that?
Oh, you asked Charles this?
Yeah.
Oh, Charles is gonna get really scared. he's gonna back up against the barrels. Be like, get really spooked. Have a near heart attack.
You okay?
And it's still clenched very firmly on it. As you look at him, what was Charles' eye color again?
Like white with dark. Well, he has like white pupils and like dark.
Where the
I don't know
whites
what
of the eye would be?
Yes,
That's sclera.
it's glare.
Sclera, yeah.
Oh, sclera. Okay.
Well, wherever the color would be is entirely a deep sort of maroon red to match the colors on the mace.
Whoa. Been smoking something?
What? No. I this has it's making me a bit nervous.
Oh,
Are you sure you're good there?
Oh shit. Oh yeah. Oh fuck. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, I can help you look around, man. It's you're. It just sounded like I swear I heard something.
Yeah. I sort of stubbed my toe a little. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, it's fine.
Look, man, if you dropped something and you broke it, I get it. You don't have to worry. I won't tell anyone. I'll help you out. And as he says this, you can hear the door opening.
No, don't come in. I'm naked.
He goes, again? How did you manage to get into that box? It is marked so clearly. Look,
Don't
all right,
judge
just
me.
get your clothes on and get back out here now. The boss is looking for it. He has something he wants to say. Just you've got 5 minutes.
All right. I'll finish up.
All right, man.
All right. Well, does that mean we have to script the guy?
I'm naked. I'm naked. That's awesome. That's so cool.
okay, lad. Okay, looks like we got a timetable now. Charles, me boy, you mind
Yeah.
putting that nice looking mace back in the box there for
You
easy
respond with no.
storage?
You can voice it however you want, but you do not want to put it back.
Yeah. And I'm gonna try and put it.
Charles, you don't want to put it back. You do not want to put it back. You want to keep it where you can see it, where it is close to you.
Can you tell me why?
Well, if you're walking around with, let's say we're walking around with a box, it's less conspicuous than a giant feckin' mace, eh?
Also,
it's not
they
giant.
would
It's the same size
notice-
as a normal mace. It's
But
just
still,
very
it's
ornate.
very fancy, and you got the.
And they'll notice, definitely, if you've stolen that, because it's quite noticeable.
And you also, have a little something doesn't look good for you. So how about you say
Well, there
you
wasn't
give it
face.
here, and we can put it back in together, close it up, and then maybe you can take it out at a later time, eh?
Charles, roll another wisdom save for me.
What did you say? Oh,
Roll another wisdom save for me. At disadvantage.
Oh.
With that also does not succeed. 14. You
Bro.
do not want to put the mace back. It's better with you. It's safer when it's with
I think that carrying it around won't be that suspicious, and if anything were to happen, I mean, we could do something about it.
Okay.
Keith, do they know what race I am?
They know you're a dark elf. Who knew
Okay.
this thing about an artifact?
Alright, just
Yeah.
curious.
All right. So in that case, how about maybe?
By the way, I should mention the entire time that you're talking to Charles, every time he's not talking, he's struggles to take his eyes off of the mace. He's constantly staring at it unless you're talking directly to him, in which he'll like maybe occasionally flick his eyes over to you.
Okay. In that case, I'm gonna get real close. By that I mean I'm just gonna get within arm's reach. I'm going to put a begloved hand on his shoulder, and I'm gonna say, "All right. Well, here's what we're gonna do then. You're gonna keep the mace on you, make sure it's all safe, so that we can take it to San Malos. Don't quite remember if that's a person or a place, but whatever it is, you're gonna take it there. But first things first, we need to keep your eyes on the doors and the lights to make sure you can leave that mace without having your hands cut off."
Yeah, that sounds good.
Right.
Also, it's the place.
Okay, good news. So, how about, lad? How about, Horace, you're good at the talking bits. Maybe you look at the door. I get Charles here, right behind you. You take a peek, see if the coast is clear, and we get Charles and the package out of here within the 5, well, more like 4 minutes it may have taken for quote unquote you to get quote unquote dressed.
Sounds like a plan.
All right, Horace, peek at the door. Charles and I will be right behind you.
Wait, why are we bringing it to Sunny Mouse?
Because that's what we were contracted to do. Now go and do your job.
Well,
No, you were told by this dark elf that it was being shipped to Sane Malos and was stolen. I don't know if that went through. Like they
Okay.
stole it and were shipping it to Sane Malos. That's what this
Oh,
dark
I
elf told you.
see. I see.
This
I thought we
one.
were
He's the
taking it
dark
to Silent Malice.
Here,
Sorry,
yeah.
my mistake.
You're specifically trying to stop it from going there. Or
I
Horace
see. I
is.
see. Okay, so let's take it and let's leave this place.
alright, I can... How are we gonna do with the guy outside?
That's what
I
we're gonna
think-
figure out once you take a little peek see through the door.
I can call him in here, and you guys could wait to jump him and just go whacking.
That might actually be a better idea. But who knows how many other people are out there?
Oh, I mean, one at a time.
It's a
we
pretty
can
big
all-
warehouse.
we've
I've
all
got
It
an
would
idea.
be.
know that.
Yeah.
Hold on. See if you can find a rat or some kind of small creature.
Wait, what? Oh, What did we say, man?
All right.
I'm gonna look around for a rat, I guess.
I'm
Roll
gonna
a
grab
perception check.
a torch because I'm a blind human. So I'm gonna grab the torch that the guard, what's his name? Daryl, Dylan, whatever his name was.
You don't remember.
Okay, yeah. I don't fucking care. I'm gonna grab his torch and I'm gonna take a look around for any small friends.
Okay.
Perception.
You move the torch around the room. Go ahead and roll a perception check. Yeah.
8. Let's go.
Do I see any rat?
You see 3 rats, all sitting next to a barrel, and they're all just sort of looking around. They're cleaning themselves, chilling, vibing, and what looks to be a little bit of like a little bit of like dirt and like dust has been like clotted up to make like a makeshift sort of like sleeping area that they're sitting in, and you see them like hiding behind here. Or hiding behind a large group of boxes. It seems like they're all just sort of sitting around like fucking cleaning themselves, rubbing their hair and shit.
Can I grab one of them?
Make a dexterity check.
Rat grab.
See if you can nab one. Yeah, that's a save, but you would remove the plus
okay,
2.
wait, hold on. I can roll dexterity.
Yeah, it's plus 2
Yeah,
proficiency,
yeah.
so that'd be 13.
I mean, like,
Oh, okay.
oh, you add 4 anyways. Yeah, so that's fine. Yeah, we can go with a 15. Yeah, you see one of them. You grab a particularly larger rat. You snatch a much. Yeah, and you hear it go. And it sort of like wiggles around a little bit, but you got a firm grasp on him.
All right, I bring him over to.
He brings over a large brown and black speckled rat. It's got a couple bits of mud in it.
Here's
mud
your
on it.
rat.
Oh, that's a beauty.
You can see
Hold
its
on.
beady black eyes staring at you.
Okay, I'm gonna set the torch back down just to get it, like, the torchlight out of the rat's face a little bit. Can I do an animal handling check to try and assuage the rat to get into my hand?
Okay, go ahead and roll animal handling.
I will say,
Not 20 for a 25.
Charles would faint if he saw this rat. Holy balls!
So luckily, Charles is too busy having a crisis on whether he likes the mace or not. Anyways, you stick your hands out in sort of a cupping motion.
Yeah.
You've got wide, sort of calloused, worked hands, and it immediately sort of worms its way out of Horace's grasp, and then like sits there, and then like looks around a bit nervous, but it's sitting there, and you manage to, after a little bit, you manage to just like pat it a little bit, maybe pull out like a cracker and hand it to it, and it just sits in your hand on its haunches, just fucking nibbling on something.
Are you a fucking rat whisperer?
Hi, little bear. Oh, you'll see. I'm gonna have the rat in one hand.
Crushed.
With my free hand, I'm gonna cast Speak with Animals.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
Whisper for the dog to let me share. I'm gonna basically, the prayer be like letting the dog to share his bounty with all the creatures of the world, and that will be part of my Speaking with Animals. And I'm gonna say, "Hey, little baron, you mind doing us a wee favor?"
Yeah. What is it?
Well, listen, there's some big ones out there across the door, and we're trying to get out to get some food, you know? Problem is, we don't know how many there are and how dangerous it's gonna be. You mind taking a wee peek, seeing how many there are, what they're doing, and I can give you a little taste of what's to come. I got some nice bits of dried cheese in my bag, in it for you.
Go ahead and roll a persuasion check with advantage.
Yeah.
I'm trying to persuade the little rat.
I'm gonna be with him.
The rat.
All right, thank Christ for advantage.
Yeah, the rat whisperer.
So the rat just goes, yeah, all right, fine. I gotta find how many. All right.
One.
And I'm going to like slowly lower my hand to the floor and let him just run out.
Set it down. It finishes the bit of the cracker.
Yeah.
And then it like sort of slides under the door, sort of like squishes its body down flat and like worms through. Is there anything you guys want to do while waiting?
Did you just
Did
talk
Charles
to a
in therapy?
Did you just talk to a rat?
You saw the magical effects. Like, it wasn't hidden. He did some kind of magic.
Yeah, and then I just spoke rat.
Magical
just
effects.
Like, squeak.
Okay.
Think of the scene where, like, in Emperor's New Groove, where Kronk is talking to the squirrels, like, Squeak, squeak, squeaker. Squeaker, squeak.
Oh, holy fuck.
It's like, yeah, my the dog that works in mysterious ways, he makes sure that I can uh make sure I can harvest nature's bounty from any sources, and sometimes I may need a little help along the way.
You're a weird guy.
That's one way of putting it. Now, get the tiefling
Cool guy.
nearby ready to move out if there's not too many people, because we may need him to bonk some people with that stick in case there's too many.
All right, I'll go get Charles.
All right, it's
Charles,
Doom
what are
Guy.
you doing right now?
What am I doing?
Yes. At this point, with your two failed wisdom saves, you were almost entirely enshrouded in the object, so much so that whenever someone isn't directly talking to you, you will be staring at it, and it'll blur out everything else.
All right, I'm gonna start getting more comfy with it instead of just staring at.
No, you're starting to. The memories of your previous thoughts of this object are seeming to fade as they're being replaced with the want to test it out, to use
Yeah,
it.
that's what I assume. I'm gonna start twirling it around, see what kind of tricks I can do.
Give it a
Just
little
standing
Yeah.
smooch.
Your dad taught you how to use a mace. You're pretty well aware of how to do it. You go for like a swing or two, and as you turn to look at Horace, he's regained his same composure. The black in his eyes now that deep maroon red. But he's
But I'm
got
a
his
lot
smirk
more
on the face
calm.
again.
I'm not nervous.
Yeah, he's no longer hunched over. He's straight backed. He looks his same cocky self, back to normal.
Hey, are you done jerking your mace? It's time to go.
Yes, it's kind of weird that you would accuse me of anything like that, or
You were hunched over and like looking at weird. What's going on with that mace?
very
I
odd behavior.
don't
But
understand what a euphemism is. No, sorry.
odd thing to say, but yes, I believe I'm ready.
All right. Let's go.
And
There
Brush,
might
you
be
see
There might be some guys out
Sorry,
there,
go ahead.
so watch out.
All right.
Cool. While I've been waiting
Go
for
to
the
those
rat,
guys out there.
I would like to have been like going into my pack and getting a nice piece of like aged cheddar from the white cow that
Yeah.
my clan has.
Yeah, you've totally got fucking cheese, dude. You've got some fucking cheese.
Dude, I come from a dairy family. Of course, I have fucking cheese.
You've got some cheese. You've got some nice ass cheese, and you set it on the ground right in front of your foot as you see the rat like and it's sort of like worming its way through. As you can help it by you stick your
Yeah.
hand out and like pulls off of it, and like it scrambles onto it and it says, I didn't see any. They were leaving.
Oh.
Yeah. Can I have this cheese?
Oh, absolutely, lad. Here, take a little bit extra for your mates, eh?
Oh, thanks. And then you see the rat sort of just fucking shove it in its mouth, like with the cheeks all expanded, and just like it starts like.
All right, I'm gonna let him. I'm gonna let him go.
It like tries to talk to you while it's like eating at the same time, so it's just like
yeah. All right,
off.
go lad, before you choke on it.
After, like in the back, in my peripheral vision, I'll see the rat while looking at the match, and I'll just say, "Oh, disgusting! What is that? Why is it in your hand?"
Oh, this guy just did some scouting for us and made sure that there was no one outside, so we are free to go with that mace. You should probably thank the rat next time you see him.
Oh, I've got a special thank you right here.
He just talked to the rat and asked for its help somehow. Well, magic's weird.
That's the most useful thing in the poor district that I've ever seen.
We're gonna have to have a talk after this. All right.
Actually, I should mention the torchlight would fully illuminate all of your bodies.
Oh, okay.
So like he is wearing a lot finer clothes than you've seen in your time. Normally, you see a lot of rags. Not like there's some of them are nice rags.
Dude, I make my
most
own
of the people in
clothes,
Gaelish are poor.
This thing, because I actually weave my own clothes and am like a crafter and weaver for my clan,
Yeah.
I can tell that this is great craftsmanship with his clothing.
It's very finely tailored. It suits him very well.
Yeah. I think it's not just like a
Okay.
garment. Like, yeah, anyone can wear this. Like, no, this is tailored to him. That's nice.
He must be very rich.
Yeah,
Seems to
you know,
be.
you could just say that I have drift, but you know.
Get out
I
of
don't think
here,
that's what that is.
Charles
Anyways,
Chungus. Get out of here.
moving on.
All right.
Are you guys leaving the room now?
Yeah. On me, and I am going to put back on my pack, but not before unclasping the shield. And the shield I have is a round buckler shield. The edges of it are lined with metal, but the front of it has all the metal reinforcements and stuff taken off, and it's painted with a bunch of splatter and sort of finger paint designs of really bright purples, pinks, and greens. And
Yeah.
I'm,
No, you
I'm
go ahead
going
and
to
just
just raise
strap
the
it
shield
onto your
up,
left arm.
strap it on my. I'm gonna strap it on my right arm, and
No,
lefty,
alright.
and strap it on my right arm. Going to get a little bit lower, and I am going to slowly. Is it a push or pull open the door?
It's pulled. You saw
Okay.
it pulled earlier.
I'm gonna pull open the door and sort of take a defensive position in front of me mates.
Yeah, so you can
while
open
we
the
go
you
into
can
the
open
room.
the left door, so your shield's up on the right, and you're like prepared, and you're looking around,
Yeah.
and you can't really see anything outside of the torchlight radius. One
Hmm.
moment, allow me to radius feet, 30 feet.
This is just like a regular torch. It's like bright light within 20 feet, and dim light an additional 20 feet. And
One
beyond
second,
that, I'm blind because I'm a shitty little human.
yeah, there you go.
Why do you keep calling humans shitty?
It's because they're one of the
So
few races
obviously you
in
can't
vanilla
see
D&D
behind
that doesn't have
walls,
dark vision.
but as you look out, it seems mostly empty.
All right,
I'll reveal the whole thing. The area where your torch is what you can see,
cool.
and you can't see behind walls.
The rest of these guys, they have
Horus
dark vision, so they
can't
can see
actually.
dark.
Horus does not have dark vision.
Oh, interesting. All right,
Yeah.
I am going
um,
to. So I have my shield in one hand, the torch in the other. I'm going to hand the torch off to basically whoever's behind me, not really paying attention to who it is. I'm just gonna hand the
Charles
torch.
is holding the mace with both hands very tightly. You would not be able to give it to him.
I grab it.
All right.
Yeah, you're just like, okay, here, Charles, and then you push it over and then let go, and it just falls to the ground. Charles doesn't even notice it. It lights that ship on fire.
Yeah. No. But
So this is a much bigger room. It's a little bit wider.
it's
See,
much larger.
all right,
Much taller ceiling as well.
back the way we came in,
How did we come in?
You guys came in through the top.
Yeah, we came into. It's to our left across the warehouse.
Also, since you are no longer holding the torch, he is. I'm gonna give it to him. 20 feet, 40 feet. Darker yellow, safe. All right. So the darker yellow is dim light. The brighter yellow is bright light.
I'm gonna walk in here.
Just so you know, only the character who has the aura can see that aura.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, but it's fine. I can get an idea. 20 feet.
Oh, I thought everyone could see this.
All right. I
Aside
am
from-
going to take a position. I'm gonna say flanking Horus's right. Shield raised, looking around, looking back to make sure Charles is actually following us.
I bump into a few boxes on my way.
What's going on? What if I try to move my character? It moves my screen too. Weird.
That's fine.
Uh,
I can honestly get rid of it. This is
That's
zero.
fine.
And you guys make it out relatively easily. Just out onto the street.
Oh, sick.
You're out on the docks, and it's pitch black outside. And
Well,
you
except
guys
for the
can.
torch.
It's except for the torch, and there are no like routinely check up areas here, so there are no like street torches or anything like that. Nothing of the like.
Okay, so where did we? What was our point of contact of getting hired, or at least contracted by
It
the
would
tall
probably
dark
be,
elf boy with us?
It would probably be in one of the taverns on the dock.
Well, since you got the torch, why don't you lead the way back? I'll make sure that Mr. Mace Hands over here doesn't get too overzealous with swinging that thing.
I would appreciate that.
Charles, you take offense to this.
What did you say?
I said, Charles, you take offense to this.
Well, I just knew I wouldn't even pay attention.
Yeah, no, that's that's totally fine. I wasn't saying you had to.
So is it right or left to the tavern?
The tavern is in the northern part of the docks, and we can go ahead and swap back to the normal screen now. Tavern's in
Okay,
the northern
cool.
part of the docks.
Gonna like clasp the shield back to my pack and just vibe.
Once you get once you guys get somewhat far away, it's totally fine. You can just chill.
Sick.
You guys get onto the larger part of the docks near all the ships, and there are quite a few people walking around now, even late at night, as you can smell the sea air, and you can see the massive ships, ranging from sizes tiny like a 4-man sloop to huge sort of private galleons, massive ships of all different types of sizes, massive amount of ships of all different sizes. And you guys can head up back to your tavern named the Lethal Egg.
Lethal Egg, sick.
That is.
I really want to talk to
fun.
the owner or like founder of this place to know why it's called the Legal Egg. That is awesome. But not right now, not right now.
And as you're walking, actually, who would you say is leading the party? Would it be Bresh?
I'm gonna let Horace take the
Horace
lead
is
because
leading,
Horace
right?
knows the way
Horace is
back.
Probably me.
Yeah.
One, I have longest leg.
Horace.
Like,
He does also have the longest
While
legs.
you're walking, one of the people who is sort of walking along the docks looks at you and he says, hey, you tall guy. It's I mean, he's an average height, but he's short to you. He's got this sort of darker white skin, sort of very, very tanned, this short, very, very closely cut black hair, and a very small, like, sort of stubble on his chin. And he looks up at you and he says, come here. And he like motions for you to like lean down.
what do you want? Oh yeah, lean down.
Sorry, 1 second. Let me go find it. Look, at the dock, I want you to meet a very upright man of the academy. Dark man. And he pats you on the shoulder, and then begins walking away very quickly.
Was that someone you knew?
I will send you what it actually meant in Thiefscan.
What?
Oh.
Bresh has no idea. He just thought, oh, what was that?
You didn't really pick up what he said. He talked very hushed, very quiet, and then fast walked off. He was Karen mom power walking to the school office. He was going.
What did that crackhead want with you?
Oh, nothing. Probably just, a crackhead. Do you guys want to go to the brothel later?
I'm not so much a man of the flesh myself. I think I might just stay in the. I think we might just stay at the tavern, have a few pints, see if there's any local entertainment.
Wings. You got some good wings.
They have.
You said
go to the brothel.
They do have wings at the brothel. They are known for their chicken wings, as well as their women, their chicken thighs and their thighs.
And also, they have some good drinks over there. Why not? You don't have to. It's like a bar, but yeah.
Are you talking to Charles as well?
Yeah, both of you.
Part of me does enjoy a nice chicken wing, but for the sake of the security of this operation, I think keeping Charles out of the way of large crowds of people pressing up against him with this mace is probably for the best.
Charles, the grip on your mind to keep a grip on the mace is slowly loosening. You still want to keep it very close to you, and you don't want to let it out of your sight, but you can sheath it now. There's a little scabbard on your side. You can set it down. You're not too worried about it now. And you can go back to just talking to your friends. You're no longer under the effects of the mind. You're no longer under the mind altering effects.
It's the equivalent of a teddy bear whenever I was 6 years old.
Yeah, you still want to keep it around, but you don't have to hold it actively at all times.
Oh no, that was a teddy bear when I was 7 years old.
Oh, all right.
Revolving.
JK, I never had a teddy bear when I was little. I don't think.
Point
It's
is,
not relevant right now. Go ahead.
Fun-
Charles,
Right.
do you want to go down to the Heartbreaker tonight? They have good wings, good drinks, and women.
No, there's no point to step foot in there. It's nasty.
It's actually quite nice, from what I've heard.
can I make an insight check to figure out if he's actually being like, if it's a nice place or if it's just some scumhole he wants to visit?
I have no idea.
You can. No, Horace, you would know. This is a very nice location. But yes, yeah, you can go ahead.
I got
You
a
wanna make an insight check?
15 on insight.
He entirely believes what he's saying. You do, right? Don't you, Horace?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he
It's
entirely
very-
believes what he's saying.
It's a very uptown kind of place.
It's literally at the north of the docks. It's actually this little building right here, if you can see it.
Okay, can I tell by where the moon is what time it is approximately?
It's still relatively early into the night. It's only maybe 9.
All right, as long as we're back by midnight.
All right. Sounds like a plan.
There we
Ah,
go.
guess
I
what?
give Horace a hearty slap on his like middle back. I try and like give him a slap on like the shoulder blades, but I'm too short, so I instinctively just sack him like the middle of
Yeah.
his back.
You give him a
How-
slap on the
how tall-
spine.
I
How
give
tall
him
is he?
I give him a slap on his upper back, like between his shoulders,
Cool. There's just a
and then I crouch down a little in order to do it.
crouch down.
You don't have to crouch down to give him a
I
slap
do
on the
it.
I'm
back.
only
I know,
5'8".
I
I'm
know.
not that much shorter, but it's still enough.
I know.
Yeah, you're barely
still do
you're
it.
barely like a foot taller than him.
I'm still crouching a little down.
All right. Anyways, I can go ahead. And while walking down the docks, no other suspicious figures approach you. And Charles seems to have calmed down from his crazy fever. And you guys approach a extremely luxurious looking, beautiful building made of the exterior is made of this very this sort of wood, similar with all these other buildings, but it looks nicer over here. Actually, as you guys approach, you can see your tavern. Maybe another like 2-3 minute walk down, a little bit more farther down the harbor. But yeah, no, you guys are really close to it, and you see the large sign over the door. It seems to be brightly, sort of magically illuminated. These very bright pink words saying the Heartbreaker, and the E is actually like a heart with like a little thunder lightning sort of crack through it.
Ah, this place was much nicer than I thought it'd be.
You think I'd bring you down to some poor district? No, this is where we eat and we dine tonight.
I will say I'm quite surprised, lad. I didn't believe you at first, but hey, this is definitely swanky. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to afford it, to be honest. The drinks are always more expensive in places like this.
Oh, yeah. Even if you don't get any drinks, you can get some wings, probably.
Yeah, that's
Get
true.
some
Let's go in and
fries.
see what they got, eh?
All right, yeah, you guys go on in.
I think
The Heartbreaker. Sorry, you want to go ahead, Charles, real quick?
I've changed my mind. I'll see what this place has to offer.
As you guys go in, it is quite packed. A lot of the customers have arrived now since it's 8:39. A lot of people are coming in. They got home from work, ate dinner. Their wives are asleep. They're coming to do an affair.
Sick.
Hey,
you can
it's
see
for a
it's
fair.
large, open sort of center floor. It's built like a tavern where there's a bar and multiple booths. However, you can see a large double door with the words pleasure rooms over it, sort of the back right. As you see, there are chicken wings here, and there are a
Right.
lot of people drinking, sitting around in booths, talking, generally just shooting the shit with bros, and also, catcalling women. There are women of all races around here. You see mainly humans, but you see some catfolk, some Varisians. You see some elves of different kinds. There are different types of humans as well from different areas. Obviously, it seems like it's pretty well diverse and well populated.
Brush is just like seeing the pleasure room is just going and like look down a little bit, try to like avoid that, and he's just gonna. Honestly, he's just gonna find like a booth or something just to sit in and let the
All right.
two ruffians have their fun. But I'm gonna keep a
No,
little bit of an eye on Charles. But I'm just basically just sitting there to let these two have a good time.
oh
The,
no, I'm following
let the
Brett.
youngsters.
I think
let the
this is
youngsters-
very weird.
Yeah, no, you could follow Horace. Like Horace. I mean, I assume you're trying to lead them.
Yeah. I lead him to a table.
Oh,
Alright, yeah,
table,
you
sick.
can get a table. Go ahead and sit down, and then one of the servers comes up to you, very lightly dressed woman, with these like leggings that go the entire way up, which are almost like fishnets kind of, but the holes are in the shapes of hearts up the entirety of her legs. And then she has, parts to cover her nasty bits.
Yeah.
This is giving me some Hooters vibes.
And
Have you been to a Hooters, Calvin?
No.
Yeah, obviously.
and she comes up and stands at the table and she says, "Is there anything I can get any of you?" She has very
What did
it's a
you
very
say?
dark red. She said, "Is there anything I can get any of you?" And she has very dark red lipstick and very very well done makeup on her.
Could we get to the menu?
Well, there really isn't a menu. There are wings and a couple of drinks. If you want drinks, though, you can go to the bar.
All right, we'll get some wings, and we'll we'll go with that.
How many? 2 for each of you?
I'm good.
Can I get 6 wings and a scotch?
And she smiles and he says, "Of course, darling."
I'm old enough to be your pa. Don't call me darling.
I'd like 4 and possibly some wine. What type would you have?
Oh, well, there are many different types, but I would assume you would go for more of the finer ones, yes?
I don't plan on passing out in a place like this, so maybe some light white wine.
Mm-hmm. Of course. And then she
Thank
does
you.
a small bow, sort of putting her hand on her stomach, sort of boosting her chest a little bit, and then she walks away. So,
I'm gonna go use the bathroom.
oh, all right.
This is where the janitor sighs as he sees another man going into the bathroom.
No. I told the party I'm
Ew.
gonna go to the bathroom. I'm
All
gonna
right.
look around for
There
anybody
aren't really
looking for
bathrooms
people.
in the building. Oh, you're looking around. What do you said?
I'm looking around for people who are looking at me.
Oh,
Who
all
are
right. Yeah, perception check.
This is just Hooter, but femboy. Maybe.
No.
It's easy
Aiden,
enough.
why do you play femboys in every role-playing game we have together?
Stop.
How is
Okay,
this a
this is not
femboy?
this is not a time for the femboy discussion. Okay.
Alright,
This
fine,
is
fine.
not the time for this, and also this is not a fanboy character I'm playing.
Okay.
Okay, so
That
it
you know.
is
Looks
very
like it.
easy to see someone. At first, you don't really recognize anyone looking at you, but you see 2 fingers raised up, and then sort of like a come here motion, essentially. They're not even looking at you. They just raise the fingers up, drag them towards themselves twice, and then set their hand back down. Like as soon as your eyes pass over them, you can't really get a good look at them right now, but you can tell they're wearing a long black, maybe leather coat, and they have very long black hair tied up in a ponytail with both sides shaved entirely.
I'm gonna head over there.
All
You
right.
approach and you
You
realize
see
that
sitting at the table is one man, whom of which has very bright blue skin, very angular features, but the thing that distinguishes him very obviously from Horus is there are no horns, and his ears are more like fins, His cheekbones are lined with these same sort of fin-like structures. His neck has them as well. His arms, you can see, and the parts that are exposed have a small, like, sort of lump there that would make it seem like they are there as well. And I will click and drag him so you can see it.
Oh,
Whoops, I did it twice.
got 2 fish people.
Huh.
Oh, that is a handsome. That is a handsome man.
He also has an eye patch that isn't necessarily tied to his head, but it is simply like stuck to where his left eye is, black with a very beautiful gold lining. And currently he is sitting on this small table by himself as he motions to you, and you, I assume, walk over to him.
I do.
All right.
I need to take me out again.
All right, that's fine.
We can wait for this interaction.
Well, yeah, I'm saying, like, it's an interaction between Horace and
I guess.
this guy. Do you want to sit down at his table?
I do.
All right. Yeah. You go and sit down next to him, and you can get a good look at his face now. Again, very angular features, beautiful man. And he looks up at you and he says, "So, why exactly are you stealing from me?" And he's leaning onto the table, sort of nonchalantly. Did you hear me, by the way? I don't know if you heard me.
I did.
All right. Yeah, he's leaning on the table, sort of nonchalantly, and he's got a glance at you. But you know these kind of people. His exterior look may seem casual, but there's murder in those eyes, and you know it all too well.
I stole from you because it's what needed to be done. I did not want trouble, but if you pursue this matter, I don't think we can be great friends or cooperate.
You can see him grin as the sharp teeth under his lips are revealed, and he says, "Being good friends was sort of thrown out the window when you stole from."
As when you stole this.
And he squints his eye at you. And he says,
Not
"All right. Well, how about this? We can make amends. I'm a nice guy. I'm a good man. And I'm very well aware that you're not going to be giving that back without a fight. I'm a big fan of this bar. I like it. And honestly, I kind of like you. You're a bit of a shithead. And you stole my shit."
You stole the shit first.
And then the smile reappears on his face as he closes his eye. And he nods and he says, "Touche. But I like this place. I don't want anything bad to happen in it. I wouldn't want my premium pass to be revoked. So, got a bit of an idea, since you're not going to be giving it back. You make it up to me. Since you're so good at stealing, why not steal something else?"
I would have to talk it over with the one who ordered me to retrieve this, but I'm sure something could be arranged.
Who is your boss? I'm curious. You know I have to be, with this whole situation.
Someone very high up. Can't really tell you.
Well,
but
that back there. And he throws a thumb behind him, and you see he's pointing in the general direction of where your party sits.
I'm just there, like, fixing some of the weaving on my sling, and I'm just like, well, I could wait for some scotch.
Yeah, you got the wings, but the drinks haven't come to you yet.
Ah, taking so long.
But
It's a couple
as
dumbasses over
he
here.
sort of sort of throws his thumb back and he says, "That was being shipped to the highest up. There's really no one above them. So whoever your high up is, and I know you've been in this business, whoever your high up is not higher than them."
Let's just say the divine.
I never would have expected you to be a man of God. He looks at it sort of choking, sort of raspy laugh, and he says,
Well,
"Whatever you say."
not divine. They
Look, it's not important.
I don't need. I can't really disturb.
You make it up to me. And you can see as he sets his hand on the table, he's like dragging his nails across the wood. And maybe I can come to forgive what you've done.
As I said before, I do not want to disturb things, so I have to clear it
Well,
with the keeper.
let me be very clear. It's either you accept this, or you don't make it 5 steps out of this brothel. And he is looking at you dead on. His sort of casual position has shifted to a more straight stand up as he is now staring directly at you. The smile and the facade of a comfortable chat has now faded entirely as he's looking at you.
Can I contact the keeper?
You've never tried.
Oh, never tried.
You wouldn't know how.
Oh, never mind.
Most of the time, he just comes to you.
Yeah, you're gonna ring up your iPhone 10 and call him.
Oh, I see Calvin's back.
I mean, if you
Yeah.
wanna try, you can, but you wouldn't know what to do exactly.
I guess to just yeah, I'll try. I'll just think in my head like, hey, like try asking him for him. I guess in my head. Let's
All right.
try that.
What exactly are you thinking?
I'm gonna try writing on a piece of paper, and then just kind of putting it up behind, not putting it up, but just kind of like putting it up where no one can see it. I guess makes sense.
He raises an eyebrow at you as you etch onto this paper. What are you writing? I need to know what words you are thinking, saying, right? It doesn't matter the way you do it. I just need to know what you're doing.
I am asking, should I will it disturb things if I accept? Or what I'm doing? Oh, I'm
I mean, if you're just thinking, will this disturb stuff, you're not gonna get him.
no, I'm gonna like write on a piece of paper, like, should I accept this? Or should I
Should I
prioritize
get a piece of paper? I mean, like,
a piece of paper is a signal, since I
you don't get anything from that, no.
Well, they're confused. Then I'll accept your offer.
Good.
What do you want us to steal?
Blight Digby. I want you to steal a life.
So assassination.
Blight Digby leads the arena here in Starkport. I'm sure you know about the arena. Happens twice yearly, population doubles. Everyone's raving about it. That fat fuck has been a thorn in my side for the past 17 years that he's been running that goddamn arena.
Hey,
And he a whole
you're
lot
right.
of money doing it. I need you to kill him. I don't care how. I don't care in what way, but I need him dead. And I need the body disposed.
I don't.
I get the arena if he dies. I need him dead.
I don't know if I can do that for you, but I'll see what I can do.
No.
He's just no.
Mm-mm. You're either doing this or you're dying. I don't think I've made that clear enough.
I don't think I've made it clear how strongly I believe in. Well, you know, that's one of my
And he pulls out
compatriots.
a dagger, and you feel it sort of at your stomach. You don't actually see him move at all, but you feel a cold steel pressed into your lower abdomen just before it draws blood. And he says, "Don't try and get cocky with me."
It's not getting cocky. It's belief. I can arrange my associates, though, to help you.
You hear it move. You have 7 days. You leave town, you're dead. That 7-day timer is up. You're dead. Are we well aware?
I'll see what I can do.
No. It's a yes or a no. I don't play with hypotheticals.
If I kill this man, it'll cause a ripple. Ripples I avoid.
You stealing from me caused a ripple. And he uses his hands to form a quotation marks in the air, in air quotes.
Stealing from you is gonna fix another one.
Right. And killing him is going to fix a lot of issues.
For you.
For you. Actually, you're right. It's only going to fix one. And that issue is you being 6 feet in the fucking ground. I concede that to
What'd you say, Keith?
you. Did you hear any of them?
Well,
No, I didn't hear
you
the
cut
last
off
bit.
where I can see that, and then that was it.
And he said, I concede that to you.
Oh.
Like he's saying, you got me. You're right. But you're going to fucking die. I suppose we got off on the wrong foot. My name
You think?
is Brendan. What's yours?
Serious name. My name is Horace.
Okay.
Or wait,
Oh.
no. Wait, what's my alias again? Hold on.
Good to meet you.
Hold on. I can't remember my alias is.
How about this?
That's a pretty bad alias if you can't remember it.
You
Yeah.
can't, dude. You already said it. All right.
Yeah, I already said it, alright? Too late.
Good to meet you, Horace. You have 7 days. All right. If it's not over by then, I'm taking that mace back, and I will kill every single person I have to get to it. Don't make me. I don't like getting my hands dirty. And then he stands up. The chairs
the
are
only one left there?
on the ground. What? What do you say?
I asked them, are you the only one after it?
No. Do you have any idea what that is?
Keith, you cut out again.
Do you have any idea what that is?
I know what I need to know.
So you know nothing. That's
Yeah.
great. Hey, who knows? Maybe I'll get it back without having to kill you. And he scoots the chair in and then walks out. He puts his hands in his pockets of the long coat and throws up a hood that you couldn't see behind it.
Maybe I should have killed him. Oh.
Maybe you should have killed him?
I don't think I would be able to. Something tells me he's not the easily killable type.
Well,
Alright.
Meanwhile,
that.
Charles and I have just been downing
Charles
wings.
and you are just munching on some wings,
Can,
sipping
like,
some drinks,
sometime,
maybe taking a side glance at some of the girls.
can I
Maybe.
like ask like our server? It's like, so what are we gonna be paying for these wings? I want to know if I can afford to order any more.
Oh, it's not much. It would. Well, the total right now would maybe be 3 to 4 gold. But
Oh! I am going to stop eating immediately. And be like,
no, you've already paid for this. It's
oh!
fine. That's for everyone, not just for you, darling.
Oh. Listen, I'm not exactly an old man, but you're gonna make me have a heart attack. Alright. Charles, we'll have to deal with the tab later. How about we figure out what's taking Horace so long talking to the gent over there?
if you can't even pay for your own food, why even get it?
I thought I could pay for this. Just chicken and a bit of scotch to go and wash it down.
I mean, they gave you a pretty decently sized tankard.
Yeah, it's alright.
It's a little bit on the bigger side.
It's a big
But
scotch.
yeah, it is definitely expensive.
It's a big
It's
tankard for
definitely
a big
expensive.
man, but you know places like this, the food is way jacked up in price.
I mean, it's good chicken. Like it's definitely good chicken.
Yeah,
It's,
but
I don't
still, we get
gonna
like
walk back
10
towards
wings
the group.
between us, and we get 10 wings, a glass of wine, and a
Oh,
little
I thought you guys
tankard
would
of
have ordered more at this point.
tankard of scotch between us, and we'll do
I guess
it
if it was
3
like the
gold.
original order, it would be like a gold and like 9 silver. But I'd assumed you guys were like getting refills for your drinks and getting more wings.
Okay, yeah, sure. So I'd say like, yeah. Let's
Yeah,
call
like, it's
it.
fine if you're not.
Let's call it. Let's call it 3 gold. That's the
Alright.
there.
And that's between the two of you, because Horace just
Yeah.
has not been here.
Yep.
He walked across, sat down with the blue guy, and then just started like talking to him.
Yep. Well,
So it's 3 gold between us.
between
say?
us, yeah.
Mhm.
But I don't know about you.
And it's 10 silver per gold.
I don't have any change. So you mind picking up the 2 and I'll get the 1 and we'll be even. We'll be square.
Fine.
Oh, that's a good lad. All right, so I'm going to when the service lady comes back around, I will pay her 1 gold piece.
And
And
How
Charles
much
will
did
go
you
too.
pay?
And as she's coming back around, Horace, you would be able to get up and go and like sit down at the table with them. Also, Charles, it's 2 for you and 1 for Bresh.
You're breaking my 30 gold record. After in that background.
He's a rich kid, man. He's a noble. They get a lot of
by
money
the
background.
doctor.
This
Nev-
is 10 gold
never-
that you've been accumulating like over your lifetime.
I've never seen that much gold in my life. You could probably buy several dozen cows with that.
You definitely could.
What? No. It's really not that much.
You come where I'm from, you'll know that a cow is worth more than a man's life sometimes. Well, not exactly, but it's pretty darn close, especially for the white cow. Oh, Bertha.
We have a much different lifestyle, huh?
I guess so. But hey, we both like good drink and good food, do we not?
Yes.
Alright, that's a good lad.
Even if it's expensive and I have to pay for the other one.
Hey, you know what? You get scratch my back, I scratch yours. You pay for my food, I make sure you don't die later, eh?
I thought we were already doing that.
Okay, fine. Yeah, sure. I'll concede that. You're a quick-witted man. You go to school, go to university.
You received very fancy schooling, actually.
Yes, I've gone to how to word it. High league school. I have a massive intellect and knowledge on many topics.
Can I insight check to see if he's bluffing? If
I
he's
mean, yeah, go ahead, inside check.
18.
No.
Calvin,
No.
how much are you lying? Because I know you're lying, but like, how much?
How much is Charles lying to me about his intelligence?
Come on, no, you didn't have to do that.
Calvin, how much are you lying? I'm curious.
I mean, he takes his knowledge and history and he inflates it. And that's what one of his horns are.
His
No.
knowledge and history?
No. His ego about knowing about history.
Oh, okay, so he has a massive. So he believes
Charles
he's super
does
smart.
genuinely know
Yeah.
quite a bit about history, but he's. I mean, he probably knows a lot of
But
topics. You're not really sure.
But does Charles believe he's smart?
He is
Yes.
pretty fucking sure he's smart. His
Alright, cool.
confidence is through the roof. You don't
Alright.
know if it's true or not. You just know that he is absolutely overshooting this.
Alright, sick.
And he's feeling great about it.
Oh,
I've
big
got
guy.
a big
Can I
smile
get
on
back
my
to the
face.
table now?
Okay.
You know,
Yeah, you're at
Horace.
the table now, Horace.
Right, man.
A little bit shaken up by the encounter.
Hey,
Hey
Horace.
guys.
You know this.
Hey.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I have some bad news.
Do we have to
What is
steal
that?
something else? I hate stealing.
No.
did you
seem
order
right.
10 wings?
We have two options. We can either steal someone's life.
Oh,
The leader of the guy we stole of, or the guy that we stole from, who stole the mace, wants it back, and I'm not just gonna give back what I rightfully stole. So
Oh, the mace?
yeah.
can you
Oh, yeah. I'm
frickin'
not letting
voice
it go.
down?
Yeah, Charles is. He's got his chest forward. He's got his chest puffed out. He's got a smile on his face.
You fucking gobshite.
So I think we should either. He said he'll let us go if we kill this one guy for him. Guy at the Coliseum. He owns the Coliseum. Kill him.
You might get some eyes sort of looking over at you.
Oh, great.
Or we skip town.
Oh. Who did this guy that we stole the mace from? Did he say he worked for anybody?
Yes, he works for some high class individuals, you could say.
I don't like the thought. Do we have to show him a body?
Didn't really go in much detail. I guess he'll know if they're dead
I don't know if I specified it, but he said he would knew that he died.
He would know if he died. I mean, the Coliseum guy is quite influential around here.
Well, if this guy, your contact, said that they work for someone high up, could mean someone of political influence, and I don't want to be ruffling any feathers on that front, but I also don't like the thought of taking a man's life just for some, what is it, protection against this mace? How important is this mace to you? Family heirloom or something?
It's for protection. Well, it's needed
You mind?
Yeah, I agree.
You mind?
in a way.
Okay, you're under the influence of something. I don't like it.
Well, no, it needs to just not arrive where they want to take it. Other than that, I don't really care. Just needs to not get to Sally Molly.
Sane Malos.
Son of
Sane Malos.
Sane Malos. Oh god, I butchered it.
You're from there. You're supposed to know the name.
So as long as it doesn't
Sure.
get there, it's fine. So we might as well just bury it in a hole. Ugh, it's been too much trouble already. But
Oh,
if we
man.
get political connections from this guy that we're working for, I guess we're working for now, or at least we're getting blackmailed from, more like.
I mean, I'm fine skipping. I'll be fine.
If he works for who he says he works for, I'm pretty sure we won't get far until one of his people or someone he works for finds us. We're not exactly inconspicuous individuals.
True, you are quite large.
I'm only 5'8". I mean, I'm large for my type, you know, but I'm not that
Sorry,
big.
I meant
I haven't
wide.
eaten that much cheese recently. I mean, I still fit into my britches and all.
No.
Getting a little louder and defensive about my weight.
He is quite the wide man.
No,
And you'll definitely get people like looking over at you, people
Yeah,
just
I'm
from other
sensitive about my
tables.
weight, man.
You'll have people around other tables and stuff, just like, start like muttering to themselves.
I'm not fat, but like, come on. I'm strong, alright? It's muscle.
No,
I
it's
work
not.
on a farm.
It's good. It's good. No, you guys can.
Well, um, if there's political influence involved, well, I might have some of that too. If it can get us out of this with keeping the mace.
You think you have any connections that can get us out of here?
Yeah.
Only know each other's first names right now, right?
How much? Yeah, basically.
Okay, cool.
How much?
You've probably heard of my family. The Chungus family.
The
Uh,
like Konya
Do they?
Chungus.
Yes.
He
He is a tiefling. That doesn't sound right. He's a
I'm
tiefling.
doing an inside check. That seems like bullshit. The only Chungus I know of was fucking
Do I
Colossal.
know if this is true? If they like Chung's family has a tiefling in their family?
Roll. Fuck, man. Just like a general intelligence or history if you have proficiency.
I not have. I'll roll intelligence then.
Yeah, just intelligence then.
I'm-
'cause-
Of
I'm
which
gonna.
is low. Oh my.
So, for your inside check, Bresh,
Yeah.
like,
Oh yeah.
it doesn't seem right, but he seems pretty fucking sure. It's hard to tell if he's lying or not because he always seems so sure about everything he says. Like, it might be true. I mean, tieflings don't really have to come from tiefling parents. You're pretty sure. It's a weird situation. Maybe.
Look,
Boris, you have no clue. You know the same thing. Tieflings don't have to come from tiefling parents. You would actually know that, but I mean, you're not too sure, like, if that's true or not.
All
look.
right.
Are you aware? Or I'm gonna start typing a bit quietly or quieter. Are you aware of Brad Chungus?
Am I?
That'd be another history check from both of you.
Yeah,
If
I
you
got
were-
no.
If you want to know.
I've probably only heard of Broad and like maybe his Colossal half brother, but like I got
No,
15 on history.
No, it'd be an intelligence. It'd be a history check, not intelligence.
Oh,
they're both +0 for me. There's no difference.
Well, I was talking to Horace.
Oh.
Okay, yeah. You would know the name Brad because he's like his first knight and shit like that. You don't know what he looks like or like anything really about him. You just vaguely remember the name Brad Chungus being like the knight for Broad Chungus. You don't know like the relation there. You just know it says name. I mean, you've heard the
That's
name.
All
What's
right.
that
So
one,
what about
And
what about Brad
what about
Chungus?
him?
You want to tell us about, lad?
he's the king's brother,
Yes,
and
King
I'm
Brad.
son.
And you're what?
I'm Brad's son. I'm the nephew of the king.
No.
You're yanking my udder. There's no way.
Oh, really? I don't
Do
really know
you-
much about that side of the continent.
Calvin, something that's worth noting. I don't exactly remember. Did you take the?
What?
One second. I'm looking at the core. Yeah. So you have a scroll of pedigree. You have like the official royal seal.
Look, I can show you proof if we go somewhere where I could show you and not get a bunch of.
All right, sounds
don't-
good. These wings are overpriced anyway. Horace, I'm out of here.
Why don't we go back to the tavern?
That'd
Yeah,
probably be best. You
Let's
guys have
go to
room.
the lethal egg. All right, we're getting up. I'm just gonna wave goodbye to
I'm
our
gonna walk
servicewoman
out.
and just leave.
All right. Yeah, you guys can walk, and again another maybe like 2-3 minutes out of the tavern or out of the brothel, the Heartbreaker, over to the tavern, the Lethal Egg.
Do you mind
A
if
lot
we?
less populated, a lot more tuned down, a bit quiet as you approach the tavern. Head on in, and as you guys do, we're gonna go ahead and take our break.
Yep, excellent.
Back in minimum 10 minutes, maximum like 30-ish.
I'm gonna use the bathroom.
Yeah, let's meet up at like 7:20.
All right.